Where's the other one? Where's the other one?
Friendly
Team white,
loadout
team
drop
white.
on the
Was
way.
it?
Team white, stop team white. No, not.
Right here.
Mover spotted.
Got him. Three
Dude.
wipes.
Nice.
He's like, bitch. I'm not the one running away.
Oh damn, dude.
Can I get hurt?
Natty. What's going on, dude?
What do you mean?
Yeah, dude. In a little aggressive there, dude.
Yeah,
Was it
dude.
me, bro? That was
Yeah, dude, go stop me.
That was Dan, bro. Was it me?
Damn, don't chill out, bro.
Relax, bro. It's just a
Thank you,
game.
man. Here,
It's a game, bro.
Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So for those of you that caught the last upload, you saw that we did finally get some dubs in the new Caldera map. It's been fun, right? Yeah, it's had its bugs and glitches, and yeah, they're pretty frustrating sometimes, game breaking, but look, despite all those setbacks and inconveniences, we're still able to have some fun with the game that we love, right? So I'm glad that I was able to share that with you guys. So today's upload is going to be slightly different. It's going to be more of a breakdown of the thought process and the tactical decisions that were made during the match for today's upload. And hopefully the insight that I'm presenting to you today is going to go towards helping you improve your personal gameplay, maybe offer you some opportunities to critique my gameplay and what I could do a little bit differently. But I mean, obviously, if we as a community of first-person shooters, if we can, you know, piggyback off one another and bounce ideas off one another, you know, we could all grow as a community and improve our gameplay, so that next time I see you on the battlefield, you're not a bot, and neither am I. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, so as you can see from the video, you know, the gameplay behind me, we're gonna drop airfield, and things get a little hairy right from the start. There's a helo involved, another team, and then we're gonna quickly engage with another team. And I'll pause when I can to kind of give a breakdown as to what's going on, but for the most part, I'm gonna try to let this one play out a little bit, just because the action is pretty back to back. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Multiple.
Hostile dropping into the area. Your primary objective is to kill them all.
Front door.
Another one, front door.
Single shooter.
Where they at?
I'm dead.
Where?
Outside in the front door.
No one takes out one of mine.
Tell me watch out.
Oh, shit.
One guy ran away when south.
Enemy team is tracking your position.
Top one wants to smoke.
I'm here with the chopper. It's coming back your way.
He's gone now.
There's other here, buddy.
Coming back.
He got his way out.
I downed him.
Yeah, he jumped down.
Suckers, yo! I swear to God.
Okay, so clearly that guy was pretty upset that I shot him out of the helicopter. I think his vulgarity says it all. If when you do a hard drop and if you can grab a gun right away, you have the advantage, because anybody who's dropping in late or who couldn't find a gun is only gonna have a pistol, and unless they place their shot right on you, chances are you're gonna be able to beat them out. So as you saw, I chased the guy who ran into the building, got him down. I was able to finish the kill. I heard it was still shooting outside, and Wiggs, he was able to give call outs that there was still somebody else outside. I jumped out and I finished him, get that kill. And then there was another one that happened to either drop in late or jump off the building and engage him. So I was able to also help him get that kill. And immediately we saw the helicopter coming. So Everybody ran inside. I actually saw the helicopter going towards the tower, the watchtower. Excuse me, the airport tower, and I figured he was gonna land on top. So I thought, well, maybe shit, he might actually jump inside, and I'll be able to catch him off guard. So I decided to push into the building. I pushed up, and by the time I was already heading up, the helicopter flew off. For whatever reason, I don't know what the hell this guy was thinking. He decides to come back towards the tower. I mean, it was just easy beams, right? I just had easy shots on him. And I don't know, but he couldn't believe that I shot him out of the helicopter. So you'll see that right away. We noticed that there's a different team over here by the tents, and we decided to engage these guys as well. So let's go ahead and jump back into the action.
He's over there. Hey, he's over there by the tents. Only back there by the tents.
Location marked.
Over there.
Rally point set.
I don't see him.
He's down there.
Eyes on shooter.
He's downstairs.
We got my best around here. Careful, there's a team around here.
Contact.
Clear.
The hell's up?
I got by the tent down here.
Hear that shit?
Yeah.
Team's going at it.
Stand by for coordinates.
Kill one by the tent.
Two by the tent, so my blue ping. Two by my blue ping.
All right.
Hostile spotted.
That was
you?
Yeah.
I'm by you, V.
All right.
Over there by the store. By the store.
Still man?
Oh, you're the bottom
What store,
right.
dude? What store? Oh, okay.
I don't see anything.
Okay.
Allied cluster strike inbound.
Need ammo. I got no ammo. Okay, so as you've seen, one of the guys from the tents actually pushed towards us a little bit too early by himself. I caught him out in the open. I dropped down from the tower I was in, and then I was able to kill him. Got back up in the tower, and then thanks to the callouts from my squad mates, was able to see the guys in the tent and was able to get a couple easy kills. Too bad for them. I mean, they probably didn't even know where I was at until it was too late. And then Octo actually gives us a call out that somebody was getting bought back at the shop. So in a situation like that, we feel pretty confident to push. I mean, whoever's getting bought back is going to drop down without any guns, or at least with only a pistol. So similar to, you know, the beginning drop where the guy's a little bit outmatched if we're able to have guns in our hands already. And then and yeah, so I'll go ahead and let the gameplay play out.
See anybody?
Yeah, he's in there.
My large caliber
He's in
round.
here. He's in here. He's in the first tent.
All right.
He's over there.
Enemy soldier
He's
incoming.
underneath you.
Can we push him?
Oh yeah, I see. One, right? Yeah.
Let me know when you guys are first floor.
Right under me.
Yep. I'm pushing.
Come on.
How many do you see?
I see two.
Oh shit.
Friendly UAV overhead.
Almost fucked my dumb ass up from up there.
Where's he at?
He's on
I'm on
top.
the roof.
Okay, so I wanted to pause it here because I wanted to give a little bit of a breakdown. So right around here is when I heard the glass break, and I quickly look over and I realized it's a squad mate. So I disregard that as a, you know, as an alert. And then Smalls right around here gives a call out that somebody is below him. I'm sure he hears footsteps. Unfortunately, the guy wasn't below him, he was above him. So as I'm pushing up, and you'll see right around here, Smalls is getting shot at from up above. So you can see the bullets coming and penetrating to the ceiling here. So after getting hit, you see that he's actually taking a lot of damage. All his shields are broken, and he's about half health. But he decides to get the heck out of there. He jumps down towards the tents, tries to find cover. I'm sure to play it up and reload. And I pushed up to see if I can find this guy. I didn't realize he was up top until I heard something that Small said about getting shot from above or something along those lines. So that's when I decided to look up, and then I realized, oh, there's a higher roof above where I am. So I gave a call out that I'm on the shorter roof, and I'm looking to see if this guy jumped down, maybe went after him. Right around here, I'm looking to see if there's anybody else. I don't see anybody. So I go ahead and I jump down the same side that Smalls was on, and looking at the mini map, you can see from the ping right there that there's somebody in the middle tent. Smalls is on the tent to the right here, and looking at the mini map, there's somebody here. I didn't see this guy, or maybe I didn't see this ping, or I didn't want to pay attention to that ping at the moment because this was the more closer engagement. And then you can barely see the red ping above, right behind me, and that's gonna be the guy above me. And you'll see us engage him in just a moment. But I give a call out that there's somebody in this middle tent here, and this guy actually starts to shoot small. So let's go ahead and jump back in the action here. One's right here in the
Can't
tent.
see them, bro.
Make for target location.
Hey, time into the tent. Time into the tent.
They got me. I was pushing hard.
Yeah, no girl.
Just a scratch. Broken.
Reloading.
Rezzing.
The guy on the roof. Yeah, he's on the roof. He's on the roof.
Got the guy on the roof or what?
Oh, he's on the roof. He's up there. He's up there.
I broke him. Krampus.
Throwing thermite.
Fire the ground. Oh, fucking Krampus. Never mind. I broke him up there. He got broken too. So nothing like having this limited time game mode where Krampus comes out and disrupts your entire gameplay. I can't say the number of times that we were in the middle of doing something, either trying to engage a team or trying to run from a team to kind of regroup and recollect ourselves and either buy a loadout or buy somebody back, and then Krampus shows up and starts attacking us. So I'm sure you guys have seen it while this game mode was still active. Very annoying, right? So luckily we were able to survive that the initial push from Krampus, and then I started making my way back up towards the top of the building to see if I can re-engage this guy from a different angle.
Up there.
Bro, what the fuck?
Behind me.
See him?
Nope. No
He's on the
visual.
roof on.
Clean shot.
The guy behind you.
Loadout drop headed your way.
Hey, so up there on the roof.
I'm going.
Guys.
Happens, bro.
Oh my god, I don't even know what the fuck's going on.
Get up there.
I'm trying to end it.
He flew down there.
Enemy
Still
UAV
down there.
overhead.
Boom.
Good job.
Got him.
Oh,
There you go.
Right there.
All right, so the idiot decided to keep peeking. I mean, at that point, I don't know what he was gonna do. Maybe drop down in front of the building and then try to run away. I don't know. Whatever. He peeked. I saw the shot. I took the shot, killed him, finished. They got the team wipe, I believe. Yeah, team wipe. And then Octavio almost gets killed by Krampus. So you'll see that in just a moment.
they got
Let's
Krampus.
go, Kevin.
Oh,
They got the deep head.
I don't know.
You guys okay?
Oh, I can lit up.
yes. Oh my God, survived that bitch.
You want that satchel?
So one of my guilty pleasures is listening to Octo kind of like talk his way through a panicking situation. There's a lot of F-bombs and this and that, whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'm a horrible person for that. Maybe you can relate to that, somebody from your squad, your regular teammates, but I find it cracks me up every time. So he survived Krampus, he killed him, got the loot, and now we're gonna get engaged from a different team from further back, and let's see how we handle the situation.
We got extra plates.
I know those guys are mad, dude.
Cluster over here if anybody wants it.
All right, I'll grab that. Oh shit, I'm getting sniped
I'm under
at
Shot at.
from the gasoline area.
You saw him?
Oh, no.
Up there.
Where?
Oh fuck, on top of the hills. Yeah, that guy. There's two snipers.
Taking weight.
Back there.
Downed him.
Might be a whole team, guys.
Be advised, friendly precision airstrike inbound.
See anybody?
Clean.
I don't see nobody. I can't ping
Mover
nobody.
spotted.
Man.
So right there. So right there, what I was trying to do was I was trying to ping through all that vegetation, all that foliage. Sometimes you can actually mark an enemy and you'll see their little live mark ping as they move around. So I was hoping to, by chance, and get lucky and ping somebody, but it didn't work out. If you look at the mini map, you can see that the circle's gonna start pushing back across the airfield. So the right play was for us to get out ahead of that and to kind of gatekeep that other team that needed to come our way. Now, they could have flanked all the way right from the perspective of the screen right now. They could have flanked all the way right, but they didn't. They actually came pretty much straight at us. So let's go ahead and see how that played out. Over here somewhere.
Mover spotted.
We need a store.
One.
Mark that vendor for you. Marked our alley point.
In that big bomb.
Marking armor.
Got a bounty
Or hold on.
contract here.
No.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Okay.
Bounty target is up. Let's get it done.
What's over here?
Threat hostile.
They're jumping down. They're pushing our way.
See the bomb?
Okay, so we took note that they were coming down. We got some live pings on them, so you can see. You can see it here on the left side of the screen. There's still a live ping going. I decided to go ahead and take an elevated position, so I got up on the roof of this other warehouse building, and I wasn't trying to expose myself too much where I could get sniped easily, but I did want to see if I can maybe try to get a counter snipe on one of these guys. What you can also see from the mini map is that the big game bounty that I had grabbed just previous to this particular scene, that guy is now like right behind us. And who is that? Jay Warico is actually looking that way, and he is giving a live ping as well. So this is one of those interesting situations where we were gonna gatekeep the team coming from this direction down towards our direction, and this other team is actually pushing this way as well. Essentially, we're gonna get sandwiched, and that's always a tough position. Even with good positioning, it's always a tough spot to be in. There are situations where other teams tend to, other teams can start battling one another, but from the specific directions that we're gonna get engaged from, no, we were gonna have to fight two different fights at the same time. So let's go ahead and take a look at how this plays out.
We got right here.
We got multiple.
Savage.
Get a push. You're right, Akko.
Enemy cluster strike incoming. Take cover.
Right side,
Fuck, I'm
right
sorry.
side.
So that guy might be pushing.
What's up? What's there?
Let me go with
Hey, these guys are pushing behind us.
Still there, still there.
Octo, dude.
Bro. Surrounded.
I'm under fire.
You got sniper
I missed.
up there.
He's over there, right in front of the big building.
Oh, God.
Okay, so I got nosy. I knew that there was probably a straggler or two coming out of that particular direction, and I ended up getting head sniped. And I was just a one shot. He hit me. I went down. I needed to get revived by one of my teammates. Now, looking at the mini map, our bounty has now kind of went from this position back towards this area, and Jay Borico was the only one that was there. As you can see, I'm up here, Octavio's right here, and Smalls is right here. So unfortunately, Jay Borico ended up taking on a team by himself, and as you can see, he got down. Yeah, it's just, was it timing? Was it us engaging both teams at the same time? I think it's kind of a little mixture of the two. I think it was inevitable that this team was going to run into us if they were already moving this way. And I mean, strategically, it was good for us to have engaged this team because they were going to have to come our direction. So they needed to, so they were forced to move in our direction. But just the timing of how everything kind of played out really worked against us. And let's go ahead and see how the rest of this plays out. Lay all the way down, Octo, lay all the way down.
Oh my god.
Did someone try to snipe him?
Your
Someone try
teammates
to
sent you gulag.
Yeah.
They'll fight for a chance to
Pain is
redeploy.
temporary.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Over here.
Your teammate was sent to gulag. They'll fight for a chance to redeploy.
I'm gonna go to the other side.
They survive, they can redeploy. Enemy UAV overhead.
Someone's below me.
Now I'm the next one.
Teammate
Over.
redeploying to the AO.
Shooting at me.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Oh, we're gonna.
Yeah,
we're
bitch.
gonna wait.
Deploying. Stand down.
Requesting area
Target
recon.
down. Well done.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Advanced UAV entering
Oh, shit,
the AO.
yeah,
Scanning for hostiles.
It's hot, it's hot.
He's broken.
Gas is moving in.
One's above me.
Safe zone located. Be advised, your teammates
Oh my god, he's self-rezzing, he's self-rezzing.
Throwing thermite.
He's gonna kill me.
Watch out, bro.
Okay, so Octavio was able to revive me. So he revives me. He jumps down, and he actually gets downed by somebody that's coming from the shop area. So I think it ended up being our bounty. Somebody came in from the gulag from one of the teams that we just killed, and he lands on top of my building and then jumps down to the lower roof. We engaged one another, and then I ended up getting the kill on this guy. So I didn't realize that I was the only one left on our team that was alive. I have no plates. I'm less than half health, and I should have realized that I had a shield box right here where I could have deployed that shield and played it up again. That probably would have helped me win my battle later in the sequence, but I didn't. I was more concerned about what I was when I popped the UAV here in just a moment. I got the kill on this guy. He ended up being our bounty. I think that's the guy that killed Octavio. And then I start getting shot at, so I run back for cover, and I have no plates, but I end up popping my UAV, and I can see the dot up here. So that's the guy that killed Smalls originally, and then here's the guy that I think killed Jay Boricua, or at least he was a part of that team that killed Jay Boricua, and probably a member of the team of the guy I just killed here. So I know that there's at least two players in our immediate vicinity, one coming out of the gas on the other side of this building, and then the player that's in here. I didn't know what floor he was on just yet, but as the shots rang out of me trying to down this guy, and then Smalls getting hit, I saw where the direction of the bullets was coming from, so I knew that he was up in the second floor. I don't know that I could have taken a better angle for my thermite, and I probably should have tossed my gas in there as well. I didn't. So again, just sometimes in the heat of the moment, you don't recall exactly what equipment you have on you. I would have been better equipped for this engagement had I popped my shields, and you can see me kind of punching. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to reload. My R key is my reload button, and my F key is my melee button. When I'm working, I have my keyboard straight, so it's easier for me to type. But normally, when I'm playing Call of Duty or any other game, normally I'll tilt my keyboard slightly, so it's a little bit more of an angle, and it's easier for me to reach certain keys, like to use pinky for my shift and control if I have to. So unfortunately, when you notice videos of me kind of meleeing for no reason, I'm not trying to melee in most cases. In most cases, I'm trying to reload, but it's just I'm trying to find where the key is while not looking at the keyboard, and my stupid fat fingers not finding the right button to press. So that's why you see me kind of wildly meleeing here for no reason. But what I should have done was, when I was in this position here under the stairs, I could have popped that shield back, and that would have given me a full set of shields, and I would have been much better prepared to engage this guy. So here goes my thermite. I throw it in the window. I don't get any hit markers. I don't see, at least I don't hear any audio cues of me hitting him at all. So I burst through the door and I just start pre-firing. So you can see my thermite, it got stuck to the wall here. Normally that wouldn't have been a bad thing, and especially if I would have hit it back here, I probably would have gotten some hit markers, but it ended up hitting the ceiling short distance from the window as opposed to further back from the window. So I burst through the door. I just start kind of pre-firing, and I'm not getting any hit markers. So I don't see this guy. I think from this perspective, he must be right behind this pillar. And I didn't know that, and I didn't see him. I thought maybe he was prone or maybe he was crouched. So nothing, right? No hit markers. So I immediately slide cancel, or I think I jump slide. I jump past this pillar, and still nothing. Like even right now as I'm looking, I don't see this guy, and I'm just kind of shooting. Like you can see the footsteps, so I guess he's right here in this frame. Maybe I'm just blind. Anyways, yeah, there he is. So I finally get a look at him, and I start hitting some shots. But as you can see, he's got plates on. These little white markers mean that I'm hitting his plate. I got no plates, and my health goes down pretty damn quick. And down I go, and then he kills me. So just a terrible set of choices, maybe, is the best way to put it, where I didn't deploy my shield box, and instead of either using the gas grenade to slow him down and use my thermite, or after having thrown my thermite and not getting any hits, also throwing my gas grenade to kind of cover a wider area, and then push up into the window, into that second floor area. That would have been a better combination of things to do. I didn't do that, and then I the content. So, lessons learned. Maybe.
To the front line, but if you lose, you're done here. Sort them out or objective.
Oh my god. Krampus.
In that one, we're sending you back to base. They hit us hard that door.
And then the disappointment of not clutching in the gulag. So hopefully you can use something like this as a takeaway for yourself, where when you find yourself in the heat of the moment, just take a quick half second to look down and see what else you have in your inventory. Do you have a shield box? Do you have an ammo box? Do you have an extra grenade or a gas grenade or a stun or something to throw? Something to buy yourself a little bit of time, or to put yourself at an advantage where, again, look, I had no shield. I had an extra gas grenade I didn't even use. Had I done those things, I probably would have won my gunfight. I don't know that we would have won the game. You know, I still had to assist in getting my teammates back, but it would have put us in a better situation, a much better situation, to be able to try to scrap our way back into the game. But in this case, it didn't work out. So hopefully you can learn from my mistakes. I look forward to catching you on next time. Take care, everyone.